Section 1. I am the frequency that attracts infinite abundance. I am aligned with the energy of wealth. I am the vibration of success. I am magnetic to prosperity. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. Every thought I think, every emotion I feel, every belief I hold, all of it radiates a signal. And I have chosen to align that signal with infinite abundance. I am no longer just chasing money. I've become the frequency that calls it in. This isn't magic. This is magnetism. It's the law of resonance. What I give out returns amplified. So I give out wealth in thought. I give out confidence in action. I speak abundance. I walk with wealth consciousness. And I am met with divine prosperity in every step I take. I understand now. Success doesn't come from force. It comes from flow. And the moment I stopped pushing and started vibrating at a higher level, everything began to shift. Abundance isn't outside of me. It flows through me. It seeks me out because I have become its ideal host. I have cleared out scarcity. I've silenced the noise of lack. I've evicted the fear of not enough. And in its place, I've planted wealth beliefs that grow into empires. The universe is not testing me. It's responding to me. And right now, I'm transmitting a signal so clear, so strong, so aligned, that wealth can't help but respond. I am the energetic blueprint of prosperity. I am the song that money sings back to. I am the reason opportunities knock without being asked. Because I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. Section 2. I am aligned with limitless possibility. I am open to limitless possibilities. I am in perfect alignment with divine opportunities. I am connected to infinite pathways of success. I am the frequency that attracts limitless wealth. The old me believed in limitations. The new me? I know that the universe is infinite. There are no shortages, no caps, no ceilings. Only what I believe is possible. And today, I believe in the impossible. I expect miracles. I expect increase. I expect expansion. I no longer ask, how? I trust that the how will be revealed to me the moment I vibrate at the level of the result I desire. Opportunities used to pass me by because I wasn't aligned. But now, I don't chase opportunities. They are drawn to me. Doors open that I didn't knock on. People call with answers to prayers I haven't spoken aloud. Because I vibrate in harmony with the life I desire. Everything I need already exists. The connection, the contract, the idea, the check. I just align with it. Energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. I am no longer trying to make things happen. I allow things to happen. I stay in alignment. I follow inspired action. I speak my intention and watch the universe orchestrate divine appointments. I've become aware that lack is not real. Scarcity is a story. I've turned the page. Now I live in the land of overflow, because that's where my frequency lives. I don't need all the answers right now. I just need to stay aligned. Because when I'm aligned, all things are possible, and all things begin working for my good. Section 3. I am a magnet for divine wealth. I am a powerful magnet for divine wealth. I am aligned with universal prosperity. I am attracting money in expected and unexpected ways. I am open and ready to receive. Money is not evil. Money is energy. And I've stopped repelling it with guilt, shame, or limiting beliefs. I've replaced all of that with grace, worthiness, and welcome. Money now comes to me easily, frequently, and joyfully. Why? Because I am no longer in resistance. I am open. I am receptive. I am magnetic. I radiate value. I carry a frequency of integrity, impact, and influence. And in return, I am richly compensated. Money follows value, and I offer value daily. When I serve, I receive. When I give, I grow. I don't chase, I align. I don't stress, I trust. I don't force, I allow. I've rewritten my money story. I've erased the lies of limitation and replaced them with truths of abundance. Now, I live in the vibration where blessings find me faster than I can count them. Unexpected checks. ideal clients, perfect timing, miraculous outcomes. These are not random. These are the results of frequency. I've become the cause. Wealth is just a natural effect. Everything around me responds to my frequency, and my frequency is wealth. Section 4. I am wealth in motion. I am not waiting on wealth. I am it in motion. I am the embodiment of abundance. I am the cause of my prosperity. I am walking in divine financial overflow. Wealth doesn't happen to me. It happens through me. Every word I speak is a deposit. Every belief I cultivate is a stockpile. Every action I take multiplies my assets in unseen ways. I am the moving frequency of wealth. I don't need to wait for a deposit to feel rich. I feel rich now. I think rich thoughts. I walk in rich energy. I give with rich hands. Because I've learned, money is a lagging indicator. My frequency comes first. My vibration determines the outcome. I became wealthy in my mind, in my soul, in my spirit, and now wealth must materialize in the physical. I am the economy. I am the investment. I am the fortune. I don't rely on markets or trends. My value transcends numbers. Each day I show up with clarity, courage, and consistency, and those are the real currencies of success. I compound belief with action, and the interest is exponential. Because I am wealth in motion, nothing can stop me. I don't wait for permission. I move like the money's already mine. Section 5. I am a clear channel for overflow. I am a channel for divine riches. I am open to overflow in every area of life. I am the river through which wealth flows endlessly. I am trusted by the universe to steward great wealth. When I cleared my mind of doubt and my heart of fear, space opened. Space for wealth. Space for miracles. Space for overflow. I do not hoard abundance. I flow with it. I receive, I release, and I multiply. I give generously because I trust the infinite supply. I am a conduit, not a container. Money flows where it's safe, appreciated, and honored. And I have become that safe place. The universe sees me as trustworthy. Wealth comes to me because I know what to do with it. Bless others, build dreams, and break generational curses. My overflow is not just for me. It's for the world. I create with it. I heal with it. I empower with it. I am not afraid of wealth. I celebrate it. Every day, I affirm my openness. I declare my receptivity. I am the frequency of flow. And what flows to me flows through me, and flows back again multiplied. Overflow is not luck. It's a frequency. And I've tuned into it. Section 6. I am the architect of my wealth reality. I am the creator of my financial destiny. I am building wealth from a blueprint of faith and focus. I am designing a life of luxury and legacy. I am the frequency that constructs abundance. I no longer live by default. I live by design. Every dollar, every opportunity, every connection is part of the divine architecture I'm building. I do not wait for wealth to show up randomly. I build it with intention, with vision, with belief. Each thought is a brick. Each word is a beam. Each habit is a floor I'm elevating upon. I've become the master builder of my reality, and the foundation I stand on is unshakable belief. I stopped outsourcing my power. I no longer wait for the economy, a raise, or the world to change. I've become my own economy. I generate wealth because I've decided to build it from within. I see my future, and it's drenched in overflow. My faith is my financial plan. My discipline is the blueprint. My actions are aligned with my vision, and abundance is the inevitable result. I build wealth spiritually first, mentally second, physically third, and that's the order of miracles. Seven, I am a generator of miracles. I am a miracle magnet. I am generating abundance by my thoughts, emotions, and energy. I am constantly co-creating with the universe. I am the frequency of financial miracles. Miracles are not rare. They are my normal. I live in a constant state of expectancy. I speak life into my desires and watch them rise into form. Money doesn't need logic to arrive. Wealth doesn't need a schedule to show up. I am always in position to receive because I believe. When I align with gratitude, I activate miracles. When I walk in faith, I generate miracles. When I act from purpose, I attract miracles. I've stopped overthinking and started trusting. Miracles are simply the natural result of supernatural alignment. I affirm. Money appears in unexpected ways. Deals close faster than predicted. My needs are met before I even voice them. I am not hoping for wealth. I know it's coming. Because miracles follow me like a shadow. And every time I speak, every time I declare, every time I believe, I generate another one. I am wealthy in my mind before it touches my bank. I am rich in thought. I am wealthy in emotion. I am abundant in identity. I am the frequency of wealth before the numbers appear. I don't need proof to feel rich. I know who I am. The bank doesn't validate me. The external world doesn't define me. My vibration declares the truth. I am wealthy now. Wealth isn't about what I have. It's about who I've become. And I've become a person who expects overflow. I think in expansion. I speak in prosperity. I walk in confidence. Before money enters my account, I've already claimed it in my spirit. I've already tied to dreams. I've already celebrated my increase. That is the key, to vibrate at the level of your vision before it arrives. Because the universe doesn't deliver what I want. It delivers who I am. I've programmed my mind for abundance. I've trained my emotions to expect overflow. And I've aligned my daily actions with high-income energy. Now I am magnetic. I am rich before I'm rich. And that's why wealth can't help but find me. 9. I am the answer wealth was looking for. I am the solution to someone's problem. I am a valuable presence in this world. I am richly rewarded for who I am and what I offer. I am the frequency that solves and succeeds. Money is a byproduct of value. And I am valuable. My ideas, my voice, my presence, my purpose, all are solutions the world needs. Every time I show up in alignment, someone is blessed. Every time I speak truth, someone is set free. Every time I serve with love, wealth finds me. I've stopped chasing results and started being the result. I am the answer to contracts, clients, and collaborators. I solve problems. I inspire change. I create transformation. That's why I'm richly rewarded. Wealth follows value. And I bring value every time I breathe. I no longer question if I deserve wealth. I know I do. Because I've become someone who contributes so deeply, so powerfully, so purposefully, that the world responds with increase. I don't need to compete. I simply need to show up. Because when I show up as my full self, wealth rushes in like a flood. 10. I am wealth's natural habitat. I am a natural host for prosperity. I am comfortable with abundance. I am relaxed in the presence of wealth. I am the frequency that feels at home in overflow. I no longer feel out of place in abundance. I've made peace with prosperity. I've made space for wealth to live with me, not just visit. Wealth isn't a stranger. It's a friend. A frequency I vibe with. A relationship I've nurtured. And now, it chooses to stay. I've removed the discomfort, the guilt, the unworthiness. I now feel safe with success. I feel relaxed in riches. I feel stable in overflow. Because I've realized, if I want it to stay, I must treat it like it belongs. I speak wealth fluently. I move with ease. I make decisions from abundance, not fear. My energy is calm. My nervous system is regulated. I don't sabotage the blessings. I receive, I celebrate, I multiply, and so wealth stays with me. because I've become its natural habitat. "11. I am aligned with divine timing. I am in perfect sync with abundance. I am patient, persistent, and powerful. I am aligned with divine flow. I am the frequency of perfect timing. I don't chase wealth. I attract it, because I understand that divine timing is always working in my favor. I am not late. I am not early. I am right on time. When I planted the seeds of my dreams, I trusted that the soil would do its work. I don't dig up what I planted in doubt. I water it with faith. I protect it with patience. I celebrate its arrival before it shows up, because I understand wealth is never delayed, it's developing. Like a tree growing beneath the surface before it breaks ground, my success is forming. The clients, contracts, investments, and partnerships are aligning with divine precision. Every delay is divine preparation. Every pause is powerful alignment. My job is to remain in faith, stay in motion, and keep my energy pure. When I stop obsessing over timing and start trusting divine flow, I accelerate the very abundance I seek. I am the energy that elevates. I am uplifting energy. I am a light in dark places. I am rising, and I lift others as I go. I am the frequency that elevates and attracts. I don't just want wealth. I want to elevate everyone connected to me. My energy multiplies blessings. My presence is magnetic. I walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. That is the power of alignment. I no longer seek success just for self. I desire expansion so I can be a blessing. I rise to lift. I climb to lead. I earn to empower. This is why wealth is drawn to me. Because I don't just take, I transform. I don't just spend, I sow. I don't just gain, I give with wisdom and impact. The universe responds to that kind of energy. Elevating energy is irresistible. I am not small. I do not shrink. I shine, boldly, unapologetically. And as I rise, so does everything around me. I am a living invitation to prosperity. I am an open door to overflow. I am a walking yes to abundance. I am an invitation to blessings and breakthroughs. I am the frequency prosperity cannot resist. Prosperity comes where it's invited. And I am the invitation. With my thoughts, I say yes. With my speech, I say yes. With my habits, I say yes. I am not repelling wealth through fear, doubt, or limitation. I am an energetic welcome mat to increase. I make space. I clear the clutter. I open wide to receive. People, opportunities, and income streams come to me effortlessly. Because I've declared with my life, I'm ready. I stopped blocking blessings with unworthiness. I stopped canceling miracles with contradiction. Now, I embody readiness. And when you're ready, truly ready, wealth recognizes it. I walk through life as a magnet, a beacon, a receiver. I've made myself available to more. And because of that, more shows up. I am grateful before it arrives. I am thankful for what's coming. I am joyful in the process. I am blessed in the unseen. I am the frequency of grateful manifestation. Gratitude is my secret currency. Before the money appears, I've already said thank you. Before the deal closes, I've already celebrated. Why? Because I know it's already mine. Gratitude is a magnet. It doesn't wait for manifestation. It creates it. I no longer ask in begging energy. I speak in certainty. I affirm in trust. I praise before it shows up. That's the power of thank you in advance. When I wake up, I give thanks. When I speak, I express thanks. When I move, I embody thanks. Even during the wait, I celebrate the wealth. Even in the struggle, I expect the blessing. Because I am not focused on what's missing. I'm focused on what's coming. And gratitude brings it faster. I am unshakable in the storm. I am steady in uncertainty. I am calm in financial storms. I am confident when the numbers don't match. I am the frequency that stands tall in every test. Storms don't shake me. Delays don't define me. I am rooted in faith, not fear. Even when I can't see the wealth, I trust it's on the way. Even when the bank account dips, I don't dip in belief. I remain aligned because my abundance isn't built on circumstances. It's built on character. I know how to hold my frequency when things don't look favorable. And that is power. I speak faith when others speak fear. I stand firm when others fold. That's why I win. Money respects emotional strength. Abundance comes to those who stay steady. I have developed the muscle of peace. And when the storm passes, and it always does, I rise into greater. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 16. I am built for overflow. I am designed for abundance. I am wired for wealth. I am built to hold overflow. I am the frequency that multiplies prosperity. I was never meant for lack. My spirit was not created for limitation. I was built for overflow, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. That's why lack feels foreign. That's why survival mode feels wrong. My soul knows it wasn't made for that. My soul knows it was born for more. Overflow doesn't scare me. It strengthens me. I don't fear having too much. I embrace it because the more I have, the more I can give, serve, expand, and empower. I prepare for overflow. I stretch my capacity. I increase my wisdom. I manage little with integrity, so I can handle much with grace. I no longer say, that's too much for me. I say, I am ready for more. Because I've done the inner work to make room. Overflow is not a surprise. It's a result. A result of belief, discipline, and alignment. (17) I am a sacred space for wealth. I am a temple for prosperity. I am a container of high-frequency money. I am sacred ground for wealth to grow. I am the frequency of divine financial stewardship. My energy is sacred. My thoughts are sacred. My money is sacred. Wealth is not separate from spirit. It is a tool of divine purpose. And I treat it with reverence. I no longer abuse, waste, or chase money. I honor it. I welcome it. I partner with it. Because when money feels safe with me, it stays with me. It multiplies with me. I manage my finances with love. I create with intention. I release lack from my language and scarcity from my mindset. I no longer see money as evil. I see it as energy. And energy responds to care, to clarity, to intention. My life is the sacred space where wealth grows. (18) I am always becoming more. I am ever evolving. I am expanding into my next level. I am growth in motion. I am the frequency of becoming. Abundance doesn't arrive all at once. It meets me at every level of who I'm becoming. Every version of me calls in a new layer of prosperity. What I couldn't handle last year, I master now. What felt out of reach last month, I now claim with ease. I am not stagnant. I am not stuck. I am evolving daily. And with every elevation, more abundance aligns with me. Growth is my identity. Expansion is my rhythm. I don't resist change. I welcome it. Because I know that every breakthrough begins with becoming more. I no longer fear the next level. I prepare for it. I celebrate it in advance. I am worthy of an increase, not because of what I have, but because of who I continually become. 19. I am a mirror for the wealth I seek. I am a reflection of prosperity. I am the very energy I want to receive. I am aligned with what I attract. I am the frequency that mirrors money. The world reflects back to me who I am. So I no longer just wish for wealth. I become it. I become organized. I become intentional. I become visionary. I become generous. I become disciplined. Because money flows to those who already operate in the energy of wealth. I do not wait to feel rich. I feel it now. I dress, speak, move, and think like the version of me who has already arrived. I am a mirror. I don't chase wealth, I reflect it. I hold the vibration that draws in partnerships, ideas, funding, and opportunities. Because I've become the signal, the channel, the energy that wealth cannot resist. 20. I am the master of my inner world. I am in full control of my energy. I am the source of my peace and power. I am the architect of my reality. I am the frequency of internal mastery. Before money shifts, I shift. Before circumstances move, I move with it. My inner world is the source of my outer wealth. That's why I protect it, honor it, and master it. I don't let fear live in me rent-free. I don't let doubt drive. I command my thoughts. I command my emotional state. Peace is my strategy. Clarity is my superpower. Vision is my default setting. I no longer wait for things to calm down before I rise. I rise, and things align with me. That's what mastery looks like. Because I understand, my frequency is my responsibility. And from that place of power, I generate abundance that never ends. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 21. I am worthy without proof. I am worthy just as I am. I am deserving of wealth now. I am enough without validation. I am the frequency of self-worth and wealth. Before the bank account grows, before the success is seen, before anyone claps, I know my worth. I don't need the trophies to feel triumphant. I don't need the applause to validate my value. I am valuable because I exist. I am enough, even in progress. I am worthy in every phase. Wealth flows to those who don't constantly question their own deservingness. So I let go of guilt. I release shame. I stop asking for permission to prosper. The universe doesn't require perfection. It responds to confidence. And I carry myself like someone who already has everything, because internally I do. My worth is not determined by what I have. It's determined by who I am, and who I am is powerful beyond measure. I am a leader in my own life. I am in charge of my path. I am the decision maker of my destiny. I am responsible for my outcomes. I am the frequency of leadership and abundance. No more waiting for someone to rescue me. No more deferring decisions. No more sitting on the sidelines of my own success. I lead. I choose. I move. Every dollar I attract. Every room I enter. Every opportunity one manifests. It all starts with my decisions. I no longer play small. I no longer hide from the weight of my own potential. I lead with integrity, vision, and certainty. I don't need followers. I need alignment. I don't need approval. I need action. As a leader, I build structures that support wealth. I make powerful choices that align with my highest self. And as I lead, abundance follows. 23. I am the calm in every financial storm. I am centered, grounded, and secure. I am unshaken by temporary appearances. I am the eye of the financial storm. I am the frequency of peace and profit. When life throws chaos, I choose calm. When the bank balance dips, I stay grounded. When pressure rises, I rise even higher. Because I've learned, panic attracts poverty, but peace attracts prosperity. I don't run from challenges. I respond to them with wisdom and clarity. I don't spiral in fear. I anchor in faith. While others react, I remain still. While others stress, I stay strategic. That's my advantage. Because wealth flows to minds that are prepared, not panicked. And I've trained myself to remain calm in every condition. That is the secret to long-term abundance. (24) I am a daily investor in my vision. I am committed to my wealth goals. I am disciplined and consistent. I am a steward of daily success. I am the frequency of focused manifestation. Wealth doesn't happen in a flash. It's built brick by brick. Every day I make decisions that honor my future. Every dollar I spend, every hour I use, every habit I repeat, it's all an investment. I'm no longer addicted to quick fixes or shiny distractions. I've locked in on the long game. I don't wait to feel motivated. I stay committed. I'm building something real, something lasting. And I know consistency compounds. Today's discipline is tomorrow's freedom. I'm not chasing results. I'm becoming the result. The version of me that's wealthy? They already live in me. I'm just catching up to them, one powerful day at a time. (25) I am walking evidence of what's possible. I am a living testimony. I am proof that mindset creates money. I am the example, not the exception. I am the frequency of realized potential. People will look at me and say, if they did it, I can too. Because I walk in visible abundance. Not just in finances, but in freedom, joy, peace, and purpose. I am not a fluke. I am not luck. I am alignment in action. Everything I've received, I co-created. Every breakthrough I manifest, I built with belief and boldness. I own my story. I share my process. I inspire without needing to impress. And when others see me thrive, they're reminded of their own potential. Because I'm not just chasing dreams, I've become living, breathing evidence that they're real. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 26. I am magnetic to divine opportunities. I am a magnet for divine appointments. I am constantly attracting wealth-aligned doors. I am always in the right place at the right time. I am the frequency of serendipitous abundance. Opportunities don't pass me by, they find me. They're drawn to my energy like metal to a magnet. Why? Because I've prepared my vibration to match my destiny. I don't chase, I attract. I don't beg, I align. Divine opportunities are not random. They're the byproduct of inner preparation and bold presence. I expect calls from powerful people. I expect collaborations that multiply. I expect invitations that stretch me higher. When I enter a room, elevation follows. When I speak, abundance listens. I no longer try to force open doors. I become the frequency that makes doors open by default. My wealth is wrapped in divine timing, and I am synchronized with that rhythm every single day. (27) I am no longer afraid of my own power. I am powerful beyond my past limitations. I am no longer dimming my brilliance. I am walking boldly in my full light. I am the frequency of unapologetic abundance. There was a time I shrank, hid, doubted, but those days are over. Now, I own my power without apology. I speak up without shrinking. I dream loud. I take up space. I allow myself to shine so brightly that it inspires others to do the same. I know who I am. I know what I carry. And I no longer fear the weight of my potential. Wealth doesn't respond to hesitation. It responds to boldness. And I've chosen to stop tiptoeing around greatness. I no longer fear what they'll say. I focus on what I'm called to build. I lead, I speak, I move, and I grow with power. Because I finally understand. Abundance isn't just what I receive. It's who I've decided to become. Section 28. I am surrounded by wealth-conscious people. I am aligned with abundant minds. I am surrounded by wealth-minded thinkers. I am uplifted by visionary relationships. I am the frequency of community wealth. I no longer do life alone. I no longer suffer in silence. I don't walk this wealth journey isolated. I am surrounded by people who speak abundance fluently, who dream big, act bold, and celebrate my rise. I intentionally choose to connect with energy that multiplies mine. No more drama. No more scarcity conversations. No more relationships that drain my frequency. My circle mirrors my destiny. We talk assets. We talk purpose. We talk expansion. We invest in each other. We rise together. I've learned that proximity is power, and I only allow access to those aligned with where I'm going. Because community is currency. And my environment is a vault of pure prosperity. "29. I am earning while resting. I am making money in alignment and peace. I am wealthy without burnout. I am receiving even while I rest. I am the frequency of restful revenue. Hustle used to be my default, but now I've upgraded to grace. I've reprogrammed the idea that I must grind myself down to be worthy. Now I understand. My nervous system deserves wealth too. I allow my money to work for me. I create systems that serve while I sleep. I delegate. I invest. I multiply. Because rest is productive. Rest is sacred. Rest is magnetic. When I rest, I recharge the power that attracts prosperity. I do not hustle for validation. I move from vibration. I no longer believe that rest equals laziness. I've learned that rest is a wealth frequency. So I rest, receive, and rise all at once. "30. I am the breakthrough my family prayed for. I am the legacy rebuilder. I am the wealth starter in my bloodline. I am the answer to generations of lack. I am the frequency of ancestral abundance. They may not have had access, but I do. They may not have known how, but I do. They may have struggled, but I'm here to break the cycle. I am the breakthrough. I am the beginning of new possibilities. I am the generational shift from survival to significance. When I win, I rewrite history. When I rise, I lift others. When I prosper, I plant new seeds for every name that came before me. This isn't just about me, it's about legacy. I walk with their prayers in my pocket. I carry their hope in my heart. I do this for me, and for every ancestor who dreamed of this moment. I am the wealth they never saw, but always believed in. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 31. I am the embodiment of overflow. I am abundance in physical form. I am overflow in thought, energy, and action. I am constantly expanding in every direction. I am the frequency of limitless wealth. I no longer live in lack. I've left scarcity behind like an outdated identity. My mindset, my habits, my choices, they all reflect overflow. Not just enough. Not just getting by. I radiate more than enough. I expect surplus. I embody excess in the most divine way. Overflow is not greed. It's gratitude expressed in expansion. It's allowing so much good into your life that it spills into the lives of others. I am not just trying to make ends meet. I'm making legacy moves. I overflow in creativity, energy, compassion, wisdom, and yes, wealth. Because the universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to certainty. I don't hustle for overflow. I embody it. And therefore, I receive it in endless supply. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 31. I am the embodiment of overflow. I am abundance in physical form. I am overflow in thought, energy, and action. I am constantly expanding in every direction. I am the frequency of limitless wealth. I no longer live in lack. I've left scarcity behind like an outdated identity. My mindset, my habits, my choices, they all reflect overflow. Not just enough. Not just getting by. I radiate more than enough. I expect surplus. I embody excess in the most divine way. Overflow is not greed. It's gratitude expressed in expansion. It's allowing so much good into your life that it spills into the lives of others. I am not just trying to make ends meet. I'm making legacy moves. I overflow in creativity, energy, compassion, wisdom, and yes, wealth. Because the universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to certainty. I don't hustle for overflow. I embody it. And therefore, I receive it in endless supply. (32) I am the master of money, not its slave. I am in control of my finances. I am not intimidated by money. I instruct it. I am the master. Money is the servant. I am the frequency of financial intelligence. Money does not control me. I control money. I give it direction. I give it orders. I give it purpose. I've trained myself to respect money, not worship it. To build with it, not depend on it. To multiply it, not fear it. Money works for me, whether I'm awake or asleep, working or resting. I know how to budget with clarity, invest with wisdom, and give with joy. I treat my finances like royalty, and in return, they serve me like loyal subjects. I no longer say, I can't afford that. I ask, how will I create that? Because I am the commander of my currency. And that mindset, that's where the power lives. (33) I am a visionary, not just a dreamer. I am a builder of bold visions. I am guided by purpose and clarity. I am turning dreams into tangible wealth. I am the frequency of strategic abundance. Dreams are beautiful, but vision is powerful. And I have both. I no longer just hope and wish. I plan, execute, and manifest. I write the vision. I make it plain. I organize the steps. I trust the process. My future is not up for debate. It's under construction. And every decision I make, every investment I choose, every action I take, it's brick on brick, foundation on foundation. I don't just visualize wealth. I structure it. I don't just dream of impact. I build it. Because vision requires faith, but it also requires fire, follow through, and focus. I am a visionary. And wealth? It responds to visionaries. (34) I am safe while becoming rich. I am emotionally and spiritually secure. I am safe to be rich. I am protected as I prosper. I am the frequency of sacred success. I let go of the lie that says wealth brings danger. I release the fear that more money means more problems. I declare, I am divinely covered as I elevate. Abundance and safety coexist in my reality. As I grow in income, I grow in inner peace. As I expand in wealth, I expand in stability. I have systems. I have boundaries. I have spiritual grounding. And I'm not just becoming rich. I'm becoming richer in love, wisdom, and self-trust. The world feels safe for me to succeed. My energy is protected. My heart is aligned. I no longer sabotage my rise. I celebrate it because I deserve to feel safe and wealthy at the same time. I am no longer playing small. I am done shrinking to fit. I am choosing expansion over fear. I am rising to meet the highest version of myself. I am the frequency of unapologetic elevation. I've tried to play small, and it didn't protect me. It only delayed me. So now, I choose to take up space. I speak louder. I show up bolder. I move more intentionally. I no longer apologize for my brilliance. I no longer dim so others feel comfortable. Because playing small serves no one, especially not the people I'm here to impact. I'm no longer afraid to outgrow rooms, roles, or relationships. Growth requires exits. Expansion requires elevation. I'm not arrogant, I'm aligned. I'm not boastful, I'm blooming. My wealth, my impact, my destiny, they all require me to step all the way up. And from this point forward, I rise. Fully. Freely. Fiercely. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. 36. I am open to receiving miracles daily. I am open and ready to receive miracles. I am aligned with daily divine surprises. I am expecting goodness from every direction. I am the frequency of everyday abundance. My life is a magnet for miracles. I don't have to force blessings. I just have to stay in receiving mode. Each day, the universe delivers in ways both big and subtle. A surprise opportunity, an unexpected financial increase, a chance encounter that unlocks purpose. These are not random. They are the result of my elevated vibration. I keep my heart open, my schedule flexible, my expectations high. Miracles are my norm. I trust divine timing. I release control. I walk in faith. Today, something amazing is unfolding for me, and I am ready for it. Because I don't just attract abundance, I welcome it with open arms. I am a living example of what's possible. I am proof that transformation is real. I am a living testimony of wealth and worth. I am showing others how high they can rise. I am the frequency of limitless potential. I no longer hide my story. I share it boldly. Not to brag, but to illuminate the path for others. I've been through fire and came out refined. I've risen from setbacks stronger, wiser, wealthier. My journey isn't just mine. It's a blueprint for those still climbing. I model what's possible. Healing, expansion, abundance, legacy. I speak life. I speak wealth. I speak belief. And I understand that every elevation is permission for someone else to do the same. So I keep rising. Not just for me, but for every person watching, wondering, hoping. I am the possibility they didn't know existed until now. I am fully aligned with the energy of wealth. I am one with the vibration of wealth. I am energetically aligned with prosperity. I am tuned in to the frequency of riches. I am the frequency of energetic wealth embodiment. Abundance is not just what I want, it's who I am. I don't wait for permission to feel wealthy. I choose it now. My thoughts are wealthy. My words are wealthy. My environment reflects wealth. My emotions are rooted in richness. I meditate on wealth. I visualize wealth. I speak it into existence. Everything I do, from the way I wake up to the way I treat others, reflects a high vibration of prosperity. I don't chase energy. I become the energy. And wealth has no choice but to flow to me, because I've made myself a match. This is more than mindset, it's embodiment. "39. I am the creator of generational change. I am creating generational abundance. I am rewriting the financial narrative of my lineage. I am passing down prosperity, not problems. I am the frequency of legacy transformation. My wealth is not just for me, it's for those who come after me. I am planting trees whose shade I may never sit under. I am setting up foundations for children and grandchildren yet to be born. I am ending cycles of survival and initiating blueprints for wealth. I invest. I save. I educate. I expand. My children will know ownership, options, and overflow. Because I chose to lead. I chose to break the chains. I am the start of a new dynasty, and it begins now." "40. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. I am wealth in motion. I am irresistible to prosperity. I am aligned, aware, and awakened. I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist. This is my truth, my vibration, my identity. Every word I speak moves money closer. Every step I take creates impact. Every thought I think generates opportunity. I've become the person I once dreamed of. I no longer wonder if I'll be wealthy. I know I already am. I am the frequency. I am the flow. I am the magnet. I am the miracle. There is no part of me that doubts my worthiness. There is no room in me for scarcity. I've been transformed, elevated, expanded, and from this moment on, wealth must follow. Because I am the frequency that wealth and abundance cannot resist.